Archangel Michael says, "A shadow has formed in silence, and in that silence, your image has been placed at the center of a dangerous plan." A table is surrounded by those who do not carry love in their hearts, but envy, jealousy, and rage. Their whispers are plotting against you, while you are unaware of the venom spreading across their intentions. Every word they speak carries a hidden knife, sharp and ready to cut into your destiny. They have circled your photograph as though it were a symbol of their obsession, a reminder of how far they will go to stop your eyes. What they do not know is that a greater power is watching them closely, exposing their every move before it touches you. The air around this gathering is heavy, dark, and charged with deceit. They do not simply speak your name. They spit it out, twisting their tongues with lies designed to shatter your peace. But their gathering has already been interrupted by a higher force that refuses to let you fall. Your enemies may gather, but they cannot stand against divine protection. The fire surrounding your spirit is too strong to be extinguished by schemes born in darkness. Their plans are already unraveling before they can even reach you. Tape Men 333 to get blessing. Their eyes watch closely, but their vision is clouded with their own envy. They believe your success belongs to them, that what you carry should have been theirs. But what is written for you cannot be stolen, not even by the most united circle of enemies. As they lean closer, whispering among themselves, a sudden unease spreads within their group. One of them feels a chill run down their spine as though unseen eyes are piercing through the room. That is the presence of the Archangel, stepping closer to ensure no harm touches you. A hand among them trembles, for they realize their involvement in this dark act will not go unpunished. The circle is not one of power, but of weakness, feeding off fear and lies. Each plan they make is like a rope they are tying around themselves. Still, the whispers continue, louder, darker, filled with intent to delay, destroy, and distract you. But you are being lifted higher even as they plot in shadows. Your light has been marked by heaven and no enemy can snuff it out. Type Amen 444 to get blessing. Archangel Michael says the moment your picture touched their table, heaven's shield rose around you like a wall of fire. Nothing they try can pierce through the shield of divine favor. They may think they hold power in secret, but their actions are already powerless against you. The enemy seeks to trap you with confusion to twist your name until it breaks your peace. But every lie spoken in that room is returning to them tenfold, choking the very breath of those who uttered it. Their envy is a chain that binds them tighter each passing second. Meanwhile, your destiny stretches wider, brighter, unstoppable. Their hate is fuel for your breakthrough, and what they meant for harm is already being turned into your victory. Heaven does not allow chosen ones to fall prey to circles of darkness. Even now, as they whisper, an unseen voice thunders above them. That voice carries a warning they cannot ignore. Your name is untouchable. Your path unbreakable. Your destiny untamed. Type Amen 555 to get blessing. They may hold your picture but they do not hold your spirit. Your soul cannot be trapped on any table of enemies for it has been sealed with divine protection. Their eyes glare, but they will soon witness their own collapse. You must understand this is not the first time they have tried. Their jealousy has been growing, waiting for a chance to strike. But each attempt has only exposed their weakness, making their plans crumble. The air around them is growing restless. Their own voices begin to clash, and what was once a united circle is breaking apart. They are unable to carry the weight of the lies they have created. Their gathering is falling into chaos. And you protected will not be touched by the fire they thought to set, for the fire they lit has turned back on them. Type Amen 666 to get blessing. Archangel Michael says, the shadows that tried to cover your life are trembling now. The moment they placed your image on that table, they thought they had control, but they did not realize a divine hand was already writing against their schemes. What they meant for destruction is turning into the proof of your protection. The air is filled with whispers, but those whispers carry no weight in the heavens. They may surround your photograph with anger, but above it, a shield has already descended. Each plan formed against you is breaking into dust before it can even touch your path. They speak your name, but every time they do, the vibration of your destiny grows stronger. Their rage only fuels your breakthrough, pushing you toward doors they cannot block. You are chosen, and no table of enemies can cancel the promises written over your life. The circle around your picture thinks they are powerful, but they are only shadows compared to the light guiding you. Their unity is false, held together by lies and jealousy, while your path is held together by truth and divine strength. They will soon face the collapse of what they built against you. Type Amen 777 to get blessing. You are not alone in this moment. Even while they gather, unseen forces of light are standing tall, surrounding you with a protection that cannot be broken. The enemy is plotting, but their plotting is useless because the heavens are already ahead of them. One of them already feels regret creeping into their heart. They realize they are touching something sacred, and their trembling is proof that they cannot win. Their own conscience is turning against them. The more they talk, the more confusion spreads among them. Their unity is cracking like glass, each lie becoming heavier than the last. They are collapsing under the very weight of their dark thoughts. Meanwhile, your name is rising like fire above their gathering. What they meant to bind you with is turning into the very rope that binds them. They cannot touch what has been sealed for greatness. Type Amen 8.88. To get blessing, they may sit together, but their hearts are filled with fear. They know deep down that no matter how much they try, they are playing with a force they cannot control. Your destiny is not in their hands. It rests in the eternal hands of protection. Your image on that table carries light they cannot extinguish. As they look upon it, they are staring at their own defeat. For every glance reveals the fire of your strength. They cannot escape the truth. You are untouchable. The noise around them grows, yet their words are empty. They plot, but nothing sticks because every trap they set is falling apart before their very eyes. The energy of protection surrounds you so strongly, it rebounds every curse. And in that moment, a shift begins to happen. What was once their plan to harm you becomes the evidence of their exposure. They cannot hide forever. Their darkness is already unraveling. Type Amen 9999 to get blessing. The table where your picture rests has become a battlefield of unseen forces. Every whisper, every glance, every hateful thought is being recorded by the heavens. They thought they were working in secret, but the light has exposed them already. Their circle is no longer steady. What began as quiet plotting is turning into disagreement and hidden fear. Each of them begins to feel the shadow of consequences because the act of touching your destiny has awakened divine justice. Your photograph glows with energy they cannot explain. While they see paper, heaven sees a chosen soul marked with unstoppable promise. They tremble because the fire around you is too strong to ignore. They speak in anger, but their voices shake. The presence of something higher lingers in that room, causing unrest. Their plan is poisoned before it can even leave the table. Type Amen 111 to get blessing. Archangel Michael says, "Those who dared to circle against you are being undone by their own actions." Their gathering is not a sign of strength, but a sign of desperation. They see your rise and it terrifies them. Your enemies are restless because they cannot stop what is written. Every step you take is guarded. Every breath you release is covered with protection. Their envy is powerless compared to the shield placed over you. A chair moves suddenly in that room as though an unseen force knocked it aside. They freeze, realizing something greater is present. Their fear grows, for they know they are being watched. They wanted to control your destiny, but they cannot even control their own hearts. Darkness eats them from within while you stand untouched, lifted higher and higher. Type Amen 222. To get blessing, their plan stretches no further than their lies. Each word they speak binds them tighter, creating chains around their own lives. They are digging pits for you, but they are falling into those pits themselves. Your photograph carries a glow they cannot explain. It is more than an image. It is a symbol of a chosen soul they can never break. Every time they look at it, they are reminded of the failure of their schemes. The room grows colder. The silence becomes heavy. A presence fills the space. And they know their gathering has been interrupted by power greater than all of them combined. They cannot run from the truth. Your path is unstoppable. The shield of light around you cannot be stolen. And the blessings written for you are sealed forever. Type Amen 333 to get blessing. The whispers in that room are breaking apart. Their unity dissolves because the truth is stronger than their lies. They turn on one another, questioning, doubting, trembling. Your name is rising above them like thunder. What they thought would destroy you is now destroying their own peace. The fire they set burns only them. Their faces grow pale as shadows shift across the room. One by one, they realize their plan cannot survive. Their fear of exposure is greater than their desire to harm you. The table that held your photograph is no longer a place of power. It has become a place of judgment. Every dark intention has already been reversed. Type Amen 444 to get blessing. The photograph they placed on that table is no longer theirs to control. A shield has wrapped around it, glowing with a force that burns their eyes when they stare too long. They thought they could curse your path, but their curses turn back on them instantly. Their hands tremble when they reach near it. The air feels heavier, as though the walls themselves are listening to their whispers. What was meant to be their secret meeting has become their own downfall. One of them rises, clutching their chest, unable to handle the unseen fire pressing down. The others look in fear, knowing something greater is at play. Your name has been spoken, and every time it is spoken, it echoes with power. They are no longer in control. The gathering is collapsing. The table of shadows is being broken apart piece by the unseen hand of justice. Your picture shines brighter with every passing second. Type Amen 555 to get blessing. Archangel Michael says, their weapons cannot strike you. They may form circles, but every circle is shattered before it can close around you. Their schemes are powerless against the eternal light guarding your journey. They think they are clever, but heaven laughs at their attempts. For every word they plan in darkness, 1,000 words of blessing are spoken over your life. Their envy cannot erase the hand of favor resting on you. The ground under them feels unstable. Their voices tremble with fear as if the very air is rejecting their plans. The protection surrounding you is too strong for them to comprehend. Even their strongest attempts are failing. The whispers they created are dissolving into nothingness. Their night is ending while your dawn is beginning. Type Amen 666 to get blessing. The room grows colder, filled with unease. They know their plotting has been seen. Even though no human eye was there, their spirits know the weight of justice has already arrived. Your photograph rests safely, untouched, glowing with unseen strength. What they tried to use against you has become the very proof that you are chosen. Their envy cannot pierce through the shield that surrounds you. One of them begins to weep in silence. The guilt is too much to carry, for they know they have trespassed against something greater than themselves. The rest fall into confusion. Their voices rise, clashing, filled with fear. The unity of darkness is shattered by the presence of light. They cannot finish what they started. Type Amen 777 to get blessing. They scatter like shadows chased by the morning sun. Their plans are abandoned, their whispers silenced. What they meant for harm has only revealed the greatness written for you. Your name rises higher, untouched by the stains of their envy. You are shielded, surrounded, lifted beyond their reach. No force at their table can bring you down. The light shines brighter with every second, exposing every hidden scheme. The circle has turned against itself and their power is gone. Their gathering was in vain. The photograph on that table is untouchable. It carries the mark of destiny and nothing can remove it. The enemies who surrounded it have already fallen to their own traps. Tape 8.88 to get blessing. The silence after their whispers is deafening. The table where your picture lies is no longer a place of strength for them, but a reminder of the power they cannot overcome. Their shadows grow restless, for they know their plan has already failed. One by one, they try to hold their composure, but the weight of unseen justice presses harder. They feel the fire in the room, though no flame is visible. Their eyes dart to your photograph, but it shines too brightly for their envy to endure. The circle is cracking. What was once united in darkness is breaking apart in fear. They are realizing that every step they took against you has led them to their own downfall. Their tongues grow heavy. Words of destruction no longer come easily, for each word returns like a curse against them. The very energy they called upon is turning its back on them. Type Amen 999 to get blessing. Archangel Michael says, the moment they touched your picture, they marked themselves for exposure. No shadow can stand long when the light is watching. Their every move is now under the gaze of heaven. The room feels smaller, suffocating as their plotting suffocates their own peace. They try to laugh, but the sound dies in their throats. Fear has already replaced their pride. They wanted to write your end, but instead they are writing their own. Their unity has shattered, their courage stolen, their power dissolved. Their eyes no longer meet, for guilt consumes them. Your name echoes louder in the spirit. Every time they remember you, they remember their failure. They cannot escape the truth. They have no control over your destiny. Type Amen 1111 to get blessing. The table shakes with the weight of unseen power. They clutch the edges, unable to steady themselves. The very ground beneath them resists their gathering. Your photograph glows brighter, untouchable, sacred. What they intended as a target has become a shield against them. They do not realize that in trying to harm you, they awakened your protection. Their plans scatter like ashes in the wind. No word they spoke can take root. No scheme can survive. Their envy is powerless compared to the fire that surrounds you. Even now their silence grows heavier. None of them dare to speak your name again, for it burns their lips with unseen fire. You are shielded forever, untouchable. Type Amen 1212 to get blessing. Their shadows break apart completely. One slips away, unable to handle the presence pressing into the room. Another falls silent, eyes lowered, haunted by fear. The photograph remains, but it is no longer theirs to possess. It belongs to the light now, wrapped in divine hands. Their attempt to bind you has been turned into chains binding them instead. The room is emptying of strength. Their voices fade, their unity gone. They have failed and they know it. Your destiny has risen higher. Their plan was powerless, their whispers meaningless, their gathering useless. You walk forward untouched while they walk away broken. Type Amen 1313 to get blessing. The shadows that gathered in that room are dissolving into nothingness. The very table that once carried your picture now feels like a battlefield where light has already won. They cannot sit in peace anymore, for their secrets are exposed to the heavens. One rises in anger, trying to silence the others, but their voice cracks with fear. They wanted control, but their own spirit betrays them. The photograph on that table glows brighter, untouched by their hatred. The whispers are no longer in agreement. Each one begins to blame the other, their unity shattered by mistrust. What was once a circle of enemies has turned into chaos. Their plan is broken. The curses they tried to release are collapsing back upon them. Your name is lifted higher, far above their reach. Type Amen 14:14 to get blessing. They cannot understand why their words have lost power. Every attempt to strike you is swallowed in silence. Their envy is powerless against the shield covering your life. The photograph remains in the center, shining like fire against their darkness. They cover their eyes, unable to bear its glow. What was meant to bring harm has become their greatest fear. Their voices tremble as they try to regroup, but it is too late. The protection surrounding you has already scattered their intentions. Their circle is crumbling like dust. You stand strong, though you are not even in that room. Your spirit is wrapped in strength, untouched by their venom. They cannot harm what is guarded. Type Amen 15:15 to get blessing. The table shakes as if unseen hands are striking it. They glance around in terror, realizing they are no longer in control of the moment. What they thought was hidden has already been revealed. Your name echoes in the atmosphere, heavy, undeniable. They tried to speak it with hatred, but now it burns their tongues. They cannot utter it without trembling. One of them begins to cough as if choking on their own lies. The others step back, uneasy, realizing the weight of judgment is already upon them. Their whispers turn into silence. The power they tried to summon has abandoned them. What they thought was strength has become weakness. Their plans have ended before they began. Type Amen 16:16 to get blessing. Archangel Michael says, "You have been lifted beyond the reach of your enemies. Their attempts cannot cross the shield that surrounds you. The circle they formed has already turned against itself." The photograph remains untouched, glowing brighter still. It is a sign that no matter how many rise against you, none can overcome what is written for you. You are chosen, sealed, and protected. The air grows heavier around them. Their footsteps are restless, their hearts heavy. They are realizing their time is over. They leave in silence, broken, defeated, carrying the weight of their own failure. And you, though unaware of their whispers, are rising higher into your destiny. Type Amen 17:17 to get blessing. The walls of that hidden room seem to close in on them. Their breaths grow shallow, their hands restless, and the photograph in the center burns like a flame they cannot extinguish. What they intended as a symbol of their power has turned into a mirror of their defeat. Their shadows slip across the floor, but the light is stronger. The fire of protection spreads through the atmosphere, suffocating every whisper of darkness. They know deep down that the gathering was cursed from the very moment it began. Their eyes avoid the picture now. They cannot bear to see the strength radiating from it. Your spirit has marked it, and that mark is untouchable. They rise from their seats confused, divided and shaken. The very circle they thought would trap you has become their own prison. They are bound by the very energy they tried to release upon you. Type Amen 18:18 to get blessing. The sound of chairs scraping against the floor echoes like thunder in the room. Each step they take is heavy, weighed down by guilt and fear. The atmosphere refuses to let them rest. Their plans dissolve like sand slipping through their fingers. What they intended to weave into harm is unraveling before their eyes. They cannot hold it together anymore. Your photograph still shines at the center of the table. Its glow intensifies like a silent warning that cannot be ignored. No darkness can cover its light. They know it now. They cannot touch you. They cannot stop what is coming for you. They cannot steal the destiny written in your name. Type Amen 1919 to get blessing. Archangel Michael says, every shadow that surrounded your life is breaking apart. Their tables, their circles, their whispers, none of them have authority over your steps. You are walking in the strength that no one can cancel. The whispers turn into silence. No one dares to speak again, for the fear of exposure has crushed their tongues. They leave the room in shame one after the other. The table is empty now, but your photograph remains glowing untouched. It is no longer a tool of their envy. It is a witness of your victory. As they scatter into the night, the light follows you into the dawn. You are lifted above every scheme, stronger than every shadow. Type Amen 2020 to get blessing. The night ends, and with it the power of their plotting. What they meant for destruction has become a sign of your unstoppable rise. Their gathering has been broken forever. Your name carries authority they cannot fight. Every time it is spoken, it shakes their spirits. They run from what they cannot defeat. The circle of enemies is gone, but you remain standing in strength. The fire around you grows brighter each day. Nothing can dim it. The photograph that once sat on their table is now covered in the light of protection. No shadow will ever touch it again. You are safe. You are sealed. And you are chosen. Type Amen 2121 to get blessing.